So you are going to need 5% pork mince, sweet chili sauce, light soy sauce, peanuts. I've rinsed some salted ones so it's cheaper. I've combined 35 grams of the soy sauce and the sweet chili, 35 grams of brown sugar, and 2 egg noodle nests. And I've also got a pan and some spring onion just to go on the topping. So get your frying pan to about medium heat, whack in some olive oil in there, and then put your pork mince in. We've used 500 grams, so this is going to be a portion for 4 people. You can use more or less, it's entirely up to you. You'll find if you want to add more noodles, then go ahead now and add a third nest. Usually it's about 1 nest per portion. So you want to break up the pork mince as shown here. Simple cooking really, we're not trying to make anything fancy. So whilst Eliana was doing that, I've just prepared my spring onion, and you want to just finely dice it. You can dice it as thin as you want. I usually like it quite thin because I don't like a big bite of spring onion. I prefer a smaller bite. So I'm just kind of making it into really small cuts here. Yes, I know my chopping isn't the best, but this is rough cooking as it's best. So as you can see, we're frying off the mince. Try and break down the portions into little tiny bites. And whilst we're doing that, we want to get our noodles on. So we want to get the boiling water in the pan, turn the heat up, and you want to get them on. Usually they take about 4 or 5 minutes to cook thoroughly, but check the packet. So remember, we had 35 grams, not milliliters, 35 grams of sweet chili sauce and 35 grams of light soy sauce. I'm just going to mix this through because, as you can imagine, the soy sauce is a lot thinner than the sweet chili, so mix it together in just a small bowl. Once I've done that, I want to add the brown sugar to it. So you just want, again, 35 grams. This is going to give it a nice sugary aftertaste. It enhances the flavour a lot more. Don't use regular light sugar. You want to use the brown sugar. It tastes so much better. If you don't have brown sugar, really I'd suggest buying it because you don't want to substitute this. It's there for a reason. So once it's given a stir, you can tell it's getting nice and thick like a sauce. Now, would you believe it if I told you that unsalted peanuts in Tesco were about 3 or 4 times the price of salted peanuts? So a simple hack here that Eliana discovered is you can actually just get salted peanuts, put them in a colander and rinse them under some cold water for about a minute or so. Just removes an awful lot of that salt. There will be some salt still in it, but don't worry, we're not adding any extra salt to the dish. The only salt that's really coming from it are from the peanuts because of the salted nuts and the light soy sauce. So now our wet mixture, which is the sauce, is now ready to go into the frying pan with our mince. So the mince has browned off nicely. As you can see, we've also got the noodles on the go. You only need 2 pans for this. It's really easy to make. Make sure you get it nice and hot and also add in your peanuts at this time. Yes, you are actually adding your peanuts to actually warm them through. You're not having them quote unquote raw on the top. You're actually cooking them through. It enhances the flavour a lot more, and I think it worked pretty well. So give them a nice stir through. You can tell it's starting to get a nice colour. Don't worry if you don't think it looks like there's a lot of sauce because you'll be surprised. Wait for the next steps. Once the noodles are done, obviously pour out any of the excess boiling water. I would make sure to leave just a little bit though. They want to be wet noodles, not completely dry, so leave some left over. So you want to add in your noodles at this stage, just put them to the side and you can mix them thoroughly with 2 spoons. I usually find 2 spoons is best, but mix them through as best as you can. Now, because these are slightly wet, because you've left a little bit of liquid in, you'll find that it actually thins the sauce out quite a bit. It doesn't make it watery, surprisingly. It just makes it a lot easier. But if you want to, add some extra sweet chili sauce like we did, because we just love sweet chili. Give it a nice good stir, and you can tell it's finally coming together into a great looking meal, and it absolutely smells delicious. So as you can see, the frying pan is absolutely filled with food. This is only 2 egg noodle nests, so you'd be surprised how much you can get out of them. So if you want to make this for 4 people, really you can add an extra noodle nest if you want. You probably could stretch this out for 4 people if it's for a light lunch. We decided to just dish it up half and half though, because we were really hungry. At this stage, add your spring onion to the top, as much or as little as you want. You could also add some chili flakes if you like it a bit of heat. I probably would have done that as well, just adds a little bit more flavour. But here is the finished dish, and please give it a like if you enjoyed and see the full recipe on our website swappershoppers.co.uk.